In this video I'm going to talk about the best way, my favorite way, and the most historical way to consume tonic herbs. Now of course there are many ways to consume herbs. You can make a tea, you can just eat the herbs by themselves, you can encapsulate them. There are lots of different things you can do. But historically, the most ideal way has always been to make some sort of drink, elixir, beverage, or tonic, which is, the word tonic is very related to the word ale, meaning you used to go to the ale house to cure what ails you, because the beverages, the medicinal beverages, were ginger beer and root beer and things like this. There were actual beverages that were brewed out of medicinal herbs that people would go and consume for health. Like Coca-Cola, for example, used to be made from cola nut and coca leaves, which are both very beneficial herbs if you need energy, you need mental stimulation, which is why it became so popular during the Industrial Revolution. Because if you're working on a factory line doing very repetitive tasks, then you're going to need something that's going to be able to stimulate you so you can do something very boring and hold your place in the assembly line. So when we get into the tonic, the powdered extracts, the concentrated extracts, there's two ways you can really do it. Well, three. First, you can just eat them out of your hand. Second is you can take half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of your favorite extract, mix it with 8 to 12 ounces of hot water, stir it up, and make yourself an instant tea. But again, my favorite way is to make an elixir using these herbs, using many other different ingredients, whatever you have, whatever's around, whatever you like. So the reason why I'm so into elixirs, other than the historical context, the historical reasoning behind it, is that they're an ideal way to get a broad spectrum of nutrition in a very easily digestible form, in a form that tastes good, in a form that's fun, in a form that you can have a social event around, in a form that's kind of accessible to people. Because if you're making a lot of times very weird food, people are kind of taken aback. But if you throw out a hot tea or a smoothie or a chocolate drink or some sort of blended drink that looks familiar and you can relate some things to people, they're able to get into it more, and especially if it tastes good and makes them feel good, they're going to be much more wanting to know more about it, wanting to hear more about what you're doing, what you're into, what this whole realm is all about, because it's something that intuitively is kind of in the back of our minds based on this historical thing, but we've kind of forgotten it, we've kind of moved past it, because everything we consume now, like Coca-Cola is not medicinal, Dr. Pepper is not medicinal, root beer is not medicinal anymore, ginger beer, ginger brew is just ginger flavor and sugar water. All these things that used to be medicinal, used to be tonics, used to be elixirs, are now nothing more than just commodities and mass-produced goods that are just nothing more than carbonated water, sugar, and artificial flavorings and colors. So ultimately we already know that these things are something we should be consuming and that are good for us. So it's just a matter of re-educating and reacclimating ourselves to this modern yet ancient paradigm, because instead of these old ale houses and tonic houses and things that we used to go to, now we have elixir bars, we have Vitamix and Blendtec, we have our kitchens that we have set up, we have our little alchemist lab that we have set up in our kitchen, where we mix and mash all of our different herbs and different foods and different things together to make these awesome creations that of course taste good, have a broad spectrum of nutrition, but also when they're correctly made, properly made, they're easy to digest, easy on the system, easy to absorb, which is really ideal, because that's what we want. We want the most energy with the least digestive energy to invest. Because sure, you might be able to sit down and eat a big meal that's like very nutritious, but you're going to have to invest a certain amount of energy to actually break down all that fiber, to break down all that cellulose, and to convert all of that raw nutrition into usable calories, into ATP, into all these things that the body needs. But through blending, we're able to break everything down, and it's a way that can just go right in. So this also makes elixirs ideal for any kind of a weight balance program, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. Depending on your goal, you can fine-tune your elixir to be headed more in one direction or the other. So if you're trying to lose weight, it's a great way to get a lot of nutrition, to fill yourself up, to energize yourself, but not get a lot of calories. If you're trying to gain weight, it's a great way to add in a lot more protein, add in a lot more calories, without having to sit down and eat a huge meal and really bog yourself down. So it can go either way, and depending, what your health goal is, it's just ideal for weight balance, weight management. And lastly, elixirs are just fun. I know I touched on this before, but you can have a whole social thing around it. You can have people over. It's something you can serve to your friends and family and share with them what you're into. Share with them these new herbs. Share with them whatever it is that you're into, whatever it is you're excited about, in a way that tastes good and is easy to get into, because anyone can drink something. It's simple, it's easy. Everyone knows what a smoothie is. Everyone knows what hot tea is. It's simple. You can make, hopefully you can make drinks that are delicious that people will like. If not, check out Elixir Synergy, the recipe book. Check out tons of the Elixir videos that I've done. There's plenty of recipes that you can get the ideas from and make things that are delicious.